Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to build a surfboard that you can bike on, and we're going to take it behind our boat. We're going to pump some waves. Alright guys, where are we?
Home Depot.
We're here at Home Depot today. We're going to try making a surfboard for our bike, strap it on there, maybe do some sick shredding, you know?
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
out on some wakes.
first thing is we got to figure out how to make this thing. Like, I have no clue what we're going to do. Home Depot? We've been going to the gym a lot lately, and I wasn't sure if we could fit through the door, so we had to walk sideways.
Sam, these two pieces of plywood gluing together.
Patrick here is our FDIC certified wood tester. See how it tastes.
That other board wasn't working when Patrick sniffed it.
What's the problem with this board?
It's too big. We're gonna get our buddy over here to test this once again. He's gonna give us all the specs and everything for it that'll make us great. Or the Patty Daddy test. 2x4. These will do.
It was hard to find the right piece of wood. We got expensive, cheapo. Let me run my calculations. Pi times 3 to the 4th power divided by calculus equals the cheap one. Take it out! Ooh.
We didn't have Patrick test that one.
Oh no, test this one. Test it. Hey, tastes like
Gives me a tingling sensation in my nose.
let me smell it.
Popcorn. It's good. Real good.
Walk sideways, it's more efficient. Modeler Patrick. Then we went on our ultimate journey to find these screws.
We're gonna go with the high class ones. I think these are pretty good. Too long.
So many options. Are those the right screws?
These ones? Right
Yeah.
They're the right screws.
Alright, good.
Some pretty solid screws.
Yeah, we're gonna do the job. It looks like we need some polish. Just gonna get this waterproofer here. Gonna get it all sealed. We're back from Home Depot and we just got all this wood.
Yes, we did.
We're gonna lay it on top of our other surfboard and we're gonna see what it looks like. Did it go through?
Nope. Gonna be riding like a cowboy.
So now we just gotta cut out the shape. Yeah, we got it! Woo! Curious George.
He's having a difficult time trying to undo the clamp to clamp it to the wood. Yeah.
So what we gotta do is we gotta get the sander. We're gonna sand these edges all around.
Nice and smooth.
Nice and smooth.
Give it a curved edge, you know.
Oh, fancy.
So it goes in the water slide.
Gotta get the sander. We're gonna plug it in right here.
And I say we get this heavy duty job right here.
We got some of this wood glue. Caleb had to run back to the store so we could get some more sandpaper for the belt sander. But we were gonna use some of this wood glue. We took it all back apart. I think that's good. I think it's good. That's quite a bit. Should do that one there.
We hit it again with the belt sander, and this time we really focused on getting those edges nice and smooth like a real surfboard. This was probably the most time-consuming part of the project, but it really helped to give the surfboard a really nice look and feel to it. We really did a lot of sanding to this, and this pilot really shows it. We decided that it wasn't quite how we wanted it, so we went back with the belt sander and we just hit those edges one more time to get them nice and smooth. I do have to admit that it was looking very nice right now. We were just missing one thing. The bike. So we found it in our garage. We took off the front wheel, then the back wheel, and we were getting it ready to put it on the board.
and we use nuts and stuff and we tighten it up so it's clamped on there. And then we can use a clamp around that and clamp it down to the board. We have to go back to Home Depot.
Okay.
We'll be filming all night. We gotta get some Red Bulls.
Yeah.
Red Bull energy.
We got our Red Bulls cracking, and we were ready to build this.
6 16-ounce Red Bulls later.
My wings are sprouting.
Red Bull gives you wings. We went back to work the moment my wings went away. The problem with our surfboard is that the bottom was flat, and if you tried to surf it, you would just do a nosedive. So what we needed to do is we needed to build a curved edge on the front, so that way you could actually ride it proper. We got it looking pretty good, and it was starting to look more and more like a surfboard. But before we were done, we had to do some finishing touches on the board, and we started really scrubbing on it to get a nice edge. Once that was done, we went over and started to shape our fin. We used a standard piece of plywood that was left over from our surfboard. Then we really got that curve going when we took out the belt sander, and I have to admit that it was looking pretty fresh and nice. By this point, it was about 2 a.m. and we were getting pretty tired, so we decided to get our sealer on there so it could dry for the night. We evenly coated it with a little brush that we got and got it all shiny looking. But we did not buy this for the shine, so I'm hoping that it'll actually keep the water out. After that, we all went to bed for the night, but once it was morning, I had to make a trip to Home Depot. Alright guys, it is 9:45 a.m. Everyone else is still sleeping, and I'm gonna make a Home Depot run to get our parts. Alright guys, we're here at Home Depot. We got our BMX bike right here in the cart. I'm gonna pick out an axle and a bracket for it and try to mount it to the surfboard. I brought the bike into the store to find out what parts would fit and which ones wouldn't. So after we went through, we got these nuts and we got these little straps right here that goes around the axle. Once we got back to the house, I saw this surfboard sitting here, and I was thinking that it looked really good, and I was very excited to ride it. But before we could ride it, we had to screw in the fin with the screw gun to get it nice and tight, and then we went through with our sandpaper, and we got it all nice and smooth, so that way the water would flow right around it just right.
What are we doing, boys?
We are making a surfboard that goes on the bike! Woo!
Yeah!
We went through and put duct tape on the pedals, so that way it wouldn't hurt your feet when you were riding it barefoot. After that, we were ready to put our bike on. So we put the rod on the axle holder, or whatever it's called, and then we just sat it on the board for now. Our problem was that the axles were way too long. So we got out our grinder, and we started grinding off the edges, so that way it'd be just a smaller axle overall. But anyways, once that was over, we got our screw gun, and we started screwing the clamps into the board. We tied in the nuts that were holding the bike on, so that way you wouldn't fly off when you're riding it. But after that, we got our screw gun, and we screwed in all the other clamps to get them nice and tight. We used the grinder again to get rid of all the overhanging axle that we didn't need. And then we used some duct tape to tie around the edge, so that way you wouldn't like cut your foot on it while you're riding it. And ta-da!
How are you feeling about this, Patrick?
Doing good.
Feeling really good?
I feel like it's gonna work. We're gonna send it.
Pretty sick, bro.
We were getting ready to ride the bike. We went out on the boat, put it in the bow, and we were getting ready to put it in the water. I was pretty worried that it wouldn't work after all this time. So I got in the water, and I had a very hard time getting onto the board. It just felt like really weird. So I tried riding it like a normal surfboard, and it didn't work. So I tried it again. And again. And again. Until eventually, after about 10 tries, I finally got it. Whew. It was very difficult for me to get up this way, so I tried a different method.
The brakes make me feel safer.
It didn't work too well. So I went back and tried my original method. It was extremely difficult to get up on the surfboard. I was getting ready to throw the rope. I was gonna try to surf the bike all alone, just like a bike.
How you feeling, Caleb?
A little tired.
That arm's probably sore.
That was fun. After a little break, I went back for another shot. I was determined to ride the wave proper on the bike, without the rope. It took a lot of tries, but eventually I got the hang of it. It was really difficult to stay in the wave.